Hello and welcome. Today we're going on a special kind of tour, not of a city or some fancy museum, but of a place we all know and love, our home. We're about to learn all the key English words you need to describe it. Ready? Let's do this. So, let me ask you, how do you describe your home in English? I mean, it seems like a pretty simple question, right? But when you really start to think about it, finding just the right words for all the different rooms and everything inside them, well, it can actually be kind of tricky. But don't you worry about a thing. Over the next few minutes, you're going to learn exactly how to do it, step by step. So, grab your virtual keys, let's unlock the door, and get started.
All right, first up on our tour, the rooms. I mean, before we can even start talking about what's inside a house, we've got to know the names for the main spaces, right? So, let's step inside.
And here we are. Welcome to the living room. You can really think of this place as the social hub of the house. It's where you kick back, relax, watch TV, just hang out with family or guests. It's all about comfort here.
Okay, let's head to our next stop, the kitchen. Now, for a lot of people, this is the real heart of the home. It's that one dedicated space where you prepare and cook all your food. This is where the magic happens. And, well, after you cook, what's next? You eat, of course. So it makes perfect sense that our next room is the dining room. This is the spot where you sit down at a table and actually enjoy all that amazing food.
All right, let's head to a more private part of the house, the bedroom. This is your personal space, your sanctuary. Its job is super simple but also super important. It's where you sleep, rest up, and recharge for the next day.
And to wrap up this first part of our tour, we've got the bathroom. The essential room for washing up and using the toilet. It's where your day gets started and where you wind down at night.
Okay, great. We've got the names of the rooms down, but our virtual house is totally empty right now. We need to fix that. So let's move on and furnish this place with some new vocabulary.
So, let's start back in the living room. Usually, you've got two main kinds of seats here. First, there's the sofa. You might also hear it called a couch. That's the big, long one for 2 or 3 people. Then you've got the armchair, which is pretty self-explanatory, right? It's a comfy chair with arms just for one person.
All right, into the kitchen we go. Let's just run through the essentials. You've got the fridge that keeps your food cold, then there's the oven for baking things, and the stove on top for frying. Of course, you need a sink for washing dishes and cupboards to store all your plates and food.
And in the bedroom, things are pretty straightforward. Obviously, you have a bed to sleep on, you'll need a wardrobe or a closet to keep your clothes, and usually there's a little bedside table right next to the bed and a lamp for some light.
Okay, so we've got the rooms and we've got the furniture. But how do we put those words together in a sentence? Well, for that, we need a little bit of grammar. You can think of it like the glue that holds everything together and makes it all make sense.
So the first big one is there is versus there are. And honestly, the rule could not be simpler. If you're talking about just one thing, you use there is. For example, there is a big bed in my bedroom. But if you're talking about 2 or more things, you use there are. Like, there are 4 chairs in the dining room. See? One thing is, more than one are. That's it. Okay, cool. So now we can say what's in a room, but what about where things are? To get really specific, we need to use these handy little words called prepositions of place. They tell us the location of everything. Let's check out the most important ones. Let's start with a pair of opposites, on and under. It's pretty intuitive. We use on when something is on top of a surface, and we use under when it's below something. So the lamp is on the table, and the rug, it's under the table.
Okay, how about in and next to? We use in when something is inside an enclosed space. Think, the plates are in the cupboard. Next to is just what it sounds like, when something is right beside something else. So, the table is next to the bed. And a final pair for this section, between and behind. Between is for when something is sandwiched in the middle of 2 other things, like the table is between the chairs. And behind just means at the back of something, so the shower is behind the door.
Wow! Okay, you've learned a ton already. You know the rooms, the furniture, and the grammar to stick it all together. So guess what time it is? It's time for a quick challenge to put it all into practice. Don't worry, you've totally got this.
Okay, challenge number 1. Here's the situation. I am very tired and I want to sleep. I go to the fill in the blank. Which room am I going to? I'll give you a second.
And the answer is the bedroom, of course. If you got that one, fantastic job. When you're tired, the bedroom is the place to be.
All right, ready for challenge number 2? This one is about prepositions. The sentence is, the books are the bookshelf. Your choices are in, on, or under. Which one is it? Think about it.
The answer is on. The books are on the bookshelf. They sit right on top of the shelf surface. Awesome work if you got that right.
So you finished the tour, you've aced the challenges, now for the real thing. I want you to just look around you, right now, in the room you're in. Using everything we just talked about, the vocabulary, the grammar, how would you describe it? Go on, give it a shot. You know how to do it now. Thanks so much for joining me.